Namaste students. I hope you are all fine at home. Again we'll continue this chapter, that is valuation of goodwill. Today we'll solve problem using capitalization of average profit method. Remember, the method is capitalization of average profit method. Then what does it mean, capitalization of average profit? So under this method what we have to do is, we have to first ascertain the actual capital employed by deducting the capitalized value of the average profit on the basis of normal rate of return. So then we can ascertain goodwill like this: goodwill equal to capitalized value minus net asset of business. Okay, let us again we'll see in detail. So under this method, goodwill is ascertained by deducting actual capital employed. Remember, actual capital employed here means net assets as on the valuation date. Net asset here means total assets minus total liabilities. So you are going to get net asset there. From here, then that is to be deducted from the capitalized value of the average profits on the basis of normal rate of return. It means we have to find out the total profit first, then we need to find out the average profit, then using that average profit, what normal rate of return or existing is there. With the help of that, we have to find out capitalized value of the average profits. Then we have to find out the difference, capitalized value of the average profits, that we have to take minus actual net asset of business, or net asset of business we have to do. Then like this we can find out the goodwill. So what we can say here, goodwill is equal to capitalized value minus net asset of business. So to find out goodwill in using this method, we have to follow some steps. First step what we have to do is, we have to calculate the average future maintainable profits, or average profit we can say. Then after calculating that, we have to calculate the capitalized value of business on the basis of the average profits. With the help of the average profits, we have to find out the capitalized value of the business. Then third step is, we have to calculate the value of net assets on the valuation date. Net asset we have to find out. Then that net assets here are nothing but all assets other than goodwill. Goodwill should not be taken because we are now only calculating goodwill. All other fictitious assets and non-trade investments, those should not be taken. Fictitious asset also we should not take, and non-trade investments at their current value. All assets at their current values except goodwill, fictitious asset and non-trade investments, minus outsiders liability. What outsiders liability is that we have to deduct. Okay, not share capital like this. Share capital, it is share capital, not liability. So then finally we have to find out goodwill. That is, goodwill equal to capitalized value minus net assets of business. Like this we need to find out the goodwill. Okay, now we'll see one problem of this kind. Okay, say this is the problem. Let me read out the problem. So if you can take this problem, or you can pause and do it. Now take the problem. From the following, calculate the value of goodwill according to capitalization of average profits method. Remember, this is capitalization of average profits method. So given information are, point number 1 is average capital employed in the business, rupees 7 lakh. Okay, average capital employed in the business is rupees 7 lakh. Then second point is net trading profit of the firm for the past 3 years. Past 3 years profits are given, that we have to see. What are those profits? Let us see. See, years is given here. Then profits are also given. Two heading columns you can see. Under the years 2011, 12 and 13 are there. So respective profits are here. Okay, now see. 2011 1,47,600, 2012 1,48,100, 2013 1,52,500. Okay, these are the profits of past 3 years. Okay, third point is rate of interest expected from capital having regard to the risk involved. So it involved risk-free rate of interest also, remember. Rate of interest expected from capital having regard to the risk involved. So 18% is the rate of interest expected rate of interest, that is normal rate of return. Okay. Then fourth point is sundry assets excluding goodwill. Excluding goodwill, sundry assets are given. The total value of sundry asset is 7,54,762. Then sundry liabilities are also given. So that is rupees 31,329. Okay, 31,329 is the value of goodwill. See, liabilities. Sundry liabilities value is 31,329. Okay, sundry assets 7,54,762. Sundry liabilities rupees 31,329. Then fifth point is fair remuneration to the partners for the services. So if there are working partners, for them remuneration is to be given. Remuneration here includes, it is a salary plus some perquisites or some benefits. So it is 12,000 per annum. These are the information given. So this is a problem. So with the help of this information, we need to find out the goodwill. Okay, now we'll go for solution. Okay, we'll do the solution. Write solution there. Write solution. First, what we have to do is, first point, what the first step says, we have to calculate average future maintainable profits. Now let us find out average here, future profit. So write the heading there, calculation of average future profit. Calculation of average future profits. Okay, this here have to write the heading. Then we'll see. Again here you make two columns here. First column is years. First column is years, and then second column is profits. So years and the profit. Two columns you make, two respective columns. And as it is 2011, 12, 13, you just can copy and paste here, or you just write there. Okay, we'll here write all these 3 years and all the respective years profit. 2011, 1,47,600, 1,48,100, 2012 it is. Then 2013, 1,52,500, it is given in the problem. So all these profits, let us see. Okay, now we'll here mark here, yes, all the profits are taken. Now all these 3 years profits are to be added. So if you add this, you will get how much? We'll see, that is 4,48,200 is the profit. So this is what here is total profit of the business. Total profit of the business is how much? 4,48,200. This is here 3 years total profit. So now we need to find out the average profit of the year, every year. So average profit of the year you have to find out. We have to find out, it is the total profit of 3 years. How we can find out average profit is total profit divided by 3 years, because there are 3 years. So we will get uniform profit for all the years. Here every year, say for all the years same profit we are going to get. That is what here is average profit right there. Average profit equal to, so what is the total profit? So total profit is 4,48,200. This is to be divided by 3. So right there here 4,48,200 divided by 3. So how much we'll get? We'll get 1,49,400. So it is average profit. Average profit is how much? 1,49,400. How we got this? 4,48,200 divided by 3. So like this way to find out. Then from this way to deduct even remuneration. Outstanding is also liability. That's why we have to deduct that. So less. This is also even remuneration. It is an expense. So from the average profit you deduct the remuneration. So less remuneration right there. Less remuneration to partners. Okay. What is the remuneration is for every year or year? It is 12,000. So 1,49,400 minus 12,000 is how much we get? 1,37,400 we get. So that is nothing but that is average future maintainable profit. For this you write average future maintainable profit. Understand? This is average future maintainable profit. First step we have done here. Next we will go for, see, first step we have done, that is about here. So calculate average future maintainable profit. That is done. We have calculated. Second step is what? Calculate capitalized value of business on the basis of average profits. We need to find out what here? Capitalized value. Right there. Write the heading capitalized value. We have to find out the capitalized value. Okay, write the heading there. So capitalized value. So for that formula we will write average future profits divided by normal rate of return into 100. Right there. So average, normal capital employed, or only you can write capital employed equal to average future profits into 100 divided by normal rate of return. Normal rate of return, if you have to take, normal rate of return is how much? 18%, and into 100 is 18%. Yes, 18%. How we can write? 18 by 100. So here when 18% here, when you are writing reciprocal, we are writing there here. For every 18, 100 is the investment. Therefore for 1,37,400, what is the investment? Like this we have to find out. So let us find out like that. So yes, 1,37,000. 1,37,400. 1,37,400 divided by 18 into 100. 1,37,400 divided by 18 into 100. So how much we get? 7,63,333. It is the capitalized value, or we can say normal capital employed. So we have got it. Normal capital employed also we found now using normal here the formula. Okay. So now we'll go for last ascertainment, that is we have to find out the actual capital employed. Actual capital employed we'll find out. So for that is sundry assets minus sundry liabilities. It is given here. Sundry assets is 7,54,762 minus sundry liabilities, because third step only like that. Calculate the value of net assets on the valuation date. On the valuation date, net asset we have to find out. So we'll find out there. So net asset is nothing but here capital employed. That is sundry assets minus sundry liabilities. So sundry assets is 7,54,762 minus 31,329 as for the problem, as for the it is given, as per the problem it is given. So it is taken. So 7,54,762 minus 31,329 is nothing but rupees 7,23,433. This is actual capital employed. So we have to find out here, we have found here actual capital employed. So now we'll find out normal capital employed we have, and actual capital employed is also there. Actual is not here nothing but true. Yeah, actually really what capital employed, and this capital is here, it is with the help of the normal rate of return. What should be the capital? So when 18% is the normal rate of return, this should be the capital, but here in the business only this much capital is there. It means having this much capital, we have earned the capital here of this much. We are getting, having only 7,23,433. Say when we apply the normal rate of return, then so we got the this much value of profit. So actually we have earned more profit. So now we'll find out goodwill is what here, this minus this capitalized value minus the here net assets. Okay, like this, and goodwill equal to, right there, goodwill equal to capitalized value, that is normal capital employed. Normally you should employ this much capital, but we have here actual capital employed is nothing but net assets. Remember, actual capital employed is nothing but net assets. Actually we had to invest this much, but by investing this much only we could earn the interest of 18%. Means it shows efficiency. So that is nothing but goodwill here. Okay, so we'll find out the goodwill value. 7,63,333 minus 7,23,433. We get here rupees here 39,900 as a goodwill. Okay, this is what here is goodwill. Okay, this is how we have to find out the goodwill using capitalization method. Okay, like this we have to find out. You are getting here only capital employed is only this much, but we earned here 18%. I see a normal rate of return is 18%. When so we earned 18%. 18% is possible when there is a capital of this much, but with this capital only we could earn the here 18% profit of this much capital here capital employed. So here with the less investment we earn the more rate of return, normal rate of return. That's why it is a goodwill we say. So I hope you understood. So let us conclude this class. Thank you. I hope you will try your level best to understand this problem. Thank you. We'll see in the next class.